Hey guys, it's HarleyWood, welcome back. All right, today I've got a brand new brand for you. It's very rare, I've told you guys this before, it's very rare that I reach out to a manufacturer of flashlights and ask them to review a flashlight. Normally I am getting bombarded at least 3-4 times a week from different manufacturers, usually stuff on Amazon, things like that. This one was actually recommended by one of you guys, by Joseph. I'm not going to give his last name, but he's a longtime follower of the channel. He's part of a lot of Facebook flashlight groups and stuff like that. And he recommended this brand, and I'm so glad he did. And for two reasons. One, because I'm highly impressed with this light. We'll get into this in just a second. But two, they provided one as a giveaway for you guys. Now, this has become quite the norm for me lately. A lot of times I'm getting stuff from manufacturers and I'm saying, hey, would you be willing to provide 1, 2, 10 for reviews? And sometimes I've been lucky enough to get multiple units for you guys for reviews. Now, in this case, I only got one, but this is my first time working with them, so more opportunities to come. We'll see how this goes. So this is the Brinyte PT18 Oathkeeper. Now, the one we're giving away is in black, okay? But it also comes in this, what they call a tan color. Now, as a little bit of a comparison, here's Olight's Desert Tan, and here is Brinyte's tan color. And in just a little bit, I'm going to show you the nighttime comparison footage that I did last night against two other kind of duty lights. Coming in at 3100 lumens and 36,000 candela is the Phoenix TK16. Has a very similar tail cap to the Brinyte, and at only 1,000 lumens but 35,000 candela is the Streamlight ProTac HPL. This is the USB version. And the Brinyte's coming in at 2,000 lumens and 32,000 candela. So in terms of the lumen levels, it's right in between those two, and they're all kind of on par in the candela level. So I think this is going to be an interesting comparison. It'll show you how that candela really focuses that beam pattern and truly how these compare to each other when they have very different lumen levels. But before we do that, let's get this on the tabletop and take you through some of the specs. There is your closer look at it. Your power button, your charging plug there. I'll show you that in a minute. There's your tail cap. We'll go through that functionality. First and foremost, we're going to ditch this guy. Some people may find these extremely valuable. It's kind of a thumb ring or a finger ring, excuse me. I've never found them particularly useful. However, I do want to show you something that they did with this and talk to you about why I think it was well done for those who do choose to use it. All right, so as we pop this off, I want you to notice this groove right here. See that straight line groove? And notice, see if we can get down in there. There's a ridge inside of here. You see that? This only goes on one way, and it fits in that groove up against the rubber ring here. So it locks it and keeps it from rotating on you, okay? That is nice because I've had others in the past that didn't have this sort of compatibility, and this thing would just spin. And I've never really found these particularly useful anyway, but you might, and at least this one locks into place. Now, this one can be powered with an 18650, as you see here, or two CR123s, so at least you have a little bit of flexibility there. And the hand stop here is also removable, so you can take that piece off if you choose not to use it, but that is where your lanyard interfaces. And the clip is also removable. Now, the clip is quite small. It can be positioned anywhere around the barrel of the light. It's a pretty small clip. I don't see this as really a pocket carry light. Again, this is probably something for duty use. I'll get into the holster for this in a minute. The holster is fantastic. In terms of the holsters that usually come with flashlights, it is really, really well done. We'll get into that in a minute. Here is the provided lanyard. So it's actually paracord with a little clip on the end. And opposite your power button there is actually a little charging port. So it comes with a USB cable. All right, so plug this end in, and then it attaches right there magnetically, and this glows to let you know when it's fully charged. Some of you are going to like this, some of you are not going to like this. I hear a variety of comments around the magnetic kind of proprietary charging caps. Obviously you can remove the battery and you can charge it in a Nitecore charging dock or something like that. Would have been really nice if the battery was directly chargeable via USB-C. But again, a couple different options, either magnetically or take the battery out and charge it in a charging dock. Zoom out a little bit for the holster here. Look at this holster. This is actually a really, really well done holster. It has pouches on each side. You can see I've got an extra battery on that side. You could run 2 extra batteries. And it does have what I would consider a pretty nice duty clip. And the clip can rotate. So Very, very nicely done holster compared to what I'm used to seeing from most flashlight manufacturers, including the cutout in the bottom so that if this turns on, not only are you aware, but it will help prevent overheating. And before we get into the operation, the bezel here, kind of a strike bezel on the end, also comes off. So very nice. Go over the lumen levels. I'm going to put them up here on the screen. Turbo is 2000 lumens, high is 450 lumens, mid is 60 lumens, low is 10 lumens, strobe is also 2000 lumens, and it has a 60 lumen SOS mode. There you can see your associated run times, the candela level, your drop protection, waterproof rating, all that good stuff. All right, let's go over the operation. So on the outside, this barrel button, a single press does turn it on, and then single clicks cycle through the modes, and then press and hold to turn it off. And you'll notice it also has kind of this tactical tail cap on the end here. So the button here is direct access to your strobe mode, all right? And this button, the bigger button, is direct access to your turbo mode. Now when it is on, if you press that strobe button, it actually cycles through the brightness levels. And on their website, there's also an option that has a Picatinny rail mount as well as a replacement tail cap with a pressure pad. So if you wanted to run this as a weapon light, you certainly could. All right, we're gonna get into these giveaway details in just a minute, but first, let's take these out back and see how they compare. Here we go. Up first is the Phoenix at 3100 lumens and 36,000 candela. Now, if you're new to my channel, little frame of reference for you, the barn is 61 yards from where I'm standing, and way back in that dark spot, see that white speck just to the right of that tree back there? That is a steel target at 107 yards, okay? The barn is 14 feet tall at the peak, so it gives you a little bit of an idea of the size of this spill, the size of the hot spot. Move that off to the side and bring in the Brinyte. Now the Brinyte is 2000 lumens, 32,000 candela. So here you can see the two of these side by side. And I'll tell you, the Phoenix is already getting almost too hot to hold. I'm having to choke really, really back on the barrel of this thing. Pretty comparable on these two. The candela is really, really close. Brinyte on the right, Phoenix on the left. Now on the left is the Streamlight. Now it has half the lumens, but I'm kind of bracketing one quite a bit higher lumens, one quite a bit lower, but all of them have roughly the same candela. So here is the Streamlight, 36,000 candela, but only 1,000 lumens. So see that target at 107 yards back there, that steel target, you can still see it, especially with the naked eye. I can see it pretty well. Let's move that off to the side, bring back in the Brinyte. So Streamlight, Brinyte. And when I go fast like this against the barn, you really get to kind of see a comparison between the two. Brinyte's definitely putting out a lot more light. That 2000 lumens with that basically same level of candela, much, much brighter output. So what do you guys think? Do you like what you're seeing from Brinyte? Do you want me to review more of these? Do you want more giveaways? I'm sure you do on that. Let's get into the details on this. So the drawing starts right now, okay? All I want you to do is follow me on one of my social media outlets, here on YouTube, my Facebook, or my Instagram. Follow me on one of those, post down below, tell me where you follow me. Most of you probably already do, and you're entered to win. I'm gonna do the drawing this coming Sunday night, September 12th at 9 p.m. Eastern time. Now, if you're not familiar with my channel, I do a bunch of giveaways. Make sure you hit subscribe. Make sure your notifications are turned on. I can't tell you how many times I've given away 5, 6, 7 lights in a single giveaway, and people don't respond when I notify them that they've won. So make sure your comments are turned on. It just happened in my last giveaway. The person who won number 2 didn't respond, and so 3, 4, and 5 moved up. Sucks for that person. Now, unfortunately, I do pay to ship all of these giveaways myself, so this is available in the US only, all right? So if you're outside the US, feel free to post a comment, but let me know you're not in the US so that if you do happen to get picked by this little tool that I use, I can rule you out and pick somebody else. So link in the description below if you want to check it out. Again, we're giving away the black version. I'm keeping that tan for myself. That's pretty sick. So lots more videos to come, guys. If you did like this, be sure to give it a subscribe, hit a like. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.